Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, I'm James Salvatore, and in today's video, I have the 2021 Porsche Taycan Turbo. And as you can see, this is a very special car. I mean, in this spec, it is just such an eye catcher with that metallic red paint and the gold accent wheels. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you some of the technical features of the car, as well as just overall performance, and then we're going to go for a drive, and I'm going to share my opinions on it with you. And with that said, cue the cinematics. All right, let's get right into things. So I first want to start off by saying I've already had a lot of seat time behind the Taycan. This isn't my first time driving it, so I suppose this is kind of a more thorough review than most journalists, because most journalists only get a few hours in the seat and that's it. However, over 2020, I got to drive the Taycan in various different situations, on the road, on the track. I've driven all the trim levels of the car, except for the Cross Turismo new models that have come out. But for the most part, I've experienced every trim level of Taycan. So I kind of have a true understanding of what's worth it and what isn't worth it. Is it worth getting the turbo, or are you better off with the 4S? Is it worth getting the turbo instead of the Turbo S, or should you stretch all the way? I'll definitely try to help you answer that in today's video. But all right, getting into the Taycan Turbo again, keep in mind, I told you before that I've had a good amount of seat time in some of the 2020 models. I already did the 2020 Taycan Turbo. So this is kind of like revisiting things for me and, kind of revising my thoughts, if you will. My favorite things about driving the Taycan before and now, definitely like number one is the driving position, because you have such confidence as you go along the road in these cars, because you can see everything out of it. It's very close to a 911 where, you look out and you have the wheel arches to place the car, and you just, because that hood just slopes right down, all you're seeing is the road. And honestly, I really love the minimalist design overall. This interior is just absolutely gorgeous. As far as EV cars goes, it's probably the best EV interior on the market, simply because it's, Porsche makes very nicely built products. The build quality in this car is impeccable. Nothing creaks, nothing groans, nothing rattles. I said this, when I drove the Taycan last year, especially the Turbo and the Turbo S model. The 4S is fast, but it's not like the thrill factor that you get out of the Turbo and the Turbo S. It just ruins all other cars, honestly. I love gasoline powered engines. I don't want to ever see them go. They will eventually, but I don't want to see them go. But I'm telling you, this thing, this car just destroys gasoline powered cars. It really does. It's just instantaneous power. When you want it to be smooth, it'll be smooth. Like in comfort mode, there's no lag, there's no turbo lag, there's no waiting for anything. It's just smooth power when you want it. But then if you want to just totally get right into it, it just it's instantaneous. Like, watch this. I'm not exaggerating at all. Yeah, it's literally that violent, which makes it fun. It's fun. The one thing that I'm not so much of a fan of overall is the braking feel. They do brake by wire in this car, and they have regenerative brakes. So for me, there's just there's too much of a disconnect there. Whereas if you drive other Porsche products, the brake pedal, you really have precise feel over it. But the handling is just amazing. But let's talk about the looks too, because a car is all about how it makes you feel in it. You could have a fast car that performs well and does everything well, but doesn't really do much for you. I mean, like, for me, I love when a car makes me feel good. You know what I mean? Like, other people love the car just as much as I do. And you will be shocked at the amount of people that will stop you, you know, at a stoplight, try to talk to you, or, you know, stop you in a gas station and just, you know, they want to know more about the car because it's so distinctive. Nothing on the road looks like this car. So overall, I really do recommend the Taycan if you're looking for a high performance electric vehicle, or just, you know, a luxurious Porsche in general. If you're considering the Panamera, unless, like, you know, you're getting the Panamera GTS or the Turbo or the Turbo S with the cool sounding V8, this is a better car in every way if you're looking at it from a performance standpoint. If you're looking at it from an emotional experience, the Panamera Turbo or GTS with the V8 sounds absolutely incredible, but this is just faster. In my opinion, it handles a little bit better. It's a little bit sharper, and to me, the looks are a bit more distinctive. You know, it's just got such a fresh, sleek, modern design that, you know, it sticks out from everything. If you're looking for that wow factor, you know, you're looking to, you know, have that ultra fast, crazy fast car, the Turbo is definitely for you. But overall, I definitely recommend the Taycan. It's definitely giving me hope for the future, especially as car companies are looking to phase out gas-powered vehicles. You know, it gives me hope for the future that we're still going to have fun cars. You know, this is already a confirmation of that. So overall, definitely recommend one. So go check it out. Well, that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and that it helped in making your decision. If you haven't done so yet, be sure to help me out by smashing that like button, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already, and turn on the bell notification. Before we go though, I just want to thank my friends down at Porsche of Fairfield, Connecticut for making these reviews possible. They're an awesome, super helpful, friendly group of people to work with. And if you're in the market for a Porsche, be sure to contact them. I'm going to leave their information in the description below so you can do so. And with that said, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next video.